Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Soulscast. We're gonna go with that for today. I'm here. Sam's here. We're gonna be talking about all kinds of nonsense as usual. I don't think we have any kind of like updates. Well, I don't. I don't know if you do or not.
No, I updated it this morning. My computer.
Hardy
We're
car. I think I prayed last time, so it's your turn if you want to start.
Yes. Yes. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to record again. Father, I pray that this video would bring people closer to you, and I pray that it would open their hearts and hopefully open their minds to what we have to discuss today. And in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. So, what is on the itinerary for today?
Right now I'm jumping off a cliff.
Okay, then.
That is all.
that is all.
No, okay. So, I had a couple subjects of discussion. The first one was something that was kind of brought up by my worship director today at church because we're recording on Sunday. She said that right now she was actually studying the instances where the angel of the Lord was in the Old Testament, like where he shows up. Like an easy one is the fourth man in the fire. I know there's that one song. There's another in the fire that's pretty popular in church, or at least in my church, contemporary Christian music church. But then there's also like thinking back to early Genesis with Jacob, where the angel of the Lord like was losing a wrestling match to Jacob, supposedly losing a wrestling match to Jacob, and so he like popped his hip out of socket. The usual.
the
But
usual.
I thought it would be an interesting discussion about if you believe that that's just straight Jesus, like Jesus is the angel of the Lord, or if God has his own angel separate from Jesus.
I'm not sure. That is a very interesting topic. Because
Yes,
I've heard theories that
a game theory. Oh, sorry.
Be safe.
no, I've heard theories that certain times of those were accredited to it being Jesus, but not all. I've never heard all of them being accredited to him.
Yeah, and she wasn't for or against either. That every time was Jesus, every time was not Jesus. So I think that it's both, personally.
I would agree. I
So
think
while I
certain
don't-
times were Jesus because it makes more sense, but not. I don't think it was every time.
Yeah. Because like with the angel of the Lord wrestling Jacob, I actually think that is God himself. With the fiery furnace, like had specifically brought up, I don't know for certain that it is or isn't Jesus.
That one is the
honestly,
most common one I've heard attributed to
that one I've always heard
Jesus.
is Jesus.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The Bible doesn't have enough information for me to be comfortable making a specific call saying yes, absolutely, or no, absolutely not.
And to be honest, I don't know that it really matters that much.
No, it absolutely doesn't. My sign is in the road to sacrifices, by the way.
Why in the road of sacrifices?
Sorry. I mean crucifixion woods. It says road to sacrifices when I warp here. I just finished jumping off a cliff.
I'm waiting for it to show up. There it is.
But like, in my perspective, a lot of times when the angel of the Lord shows up, like when I'm talking God himself, it's usually not as warm and fuzzy as Jesus is. It's like, well, Jesus says some pretty harsh things. There's like, I don't know if have you ever read Ezekiel?
I've technically read every book of the Bible at least once, if not twice.
It's weird. Um, it's really weird and long, like extremely long for how strange it is. It's a book of prophecy, and it actually talks about God. Well, the angel of the Lord, um, grabbing Ezekiel by his hair and dragging him around Jerusalem. Where are you?
I see you getting beat up.
I'm getting beat up. Which Ezekiel also is like, it's weird because like, at one point he's like, you're gonna lay on your side for the next like couple of years. I forget the exact number. You're gonna lay on your side for the next couple of years, and you're going to eat food that you cooked with poop and hair, and then you're gonna roll over and face the other way, but do the same thing for the next couple of years. It's weird.
Do you want to
Oh,
fight Hot Trick again?
oh, that's what you were doing. We could. Hardrick, Hardrick, Hardrick. But
Right
he
now,
was so
your
useful
character
last
model
time.
looks Indian, by the way.
What hat am I even wearing? I'm wearing the sellsword helmet.
Okay.
Is that better? My enormous head is visible.
Anyways, you were
I think that that God Himself, the angel of the Lord, is oftentimes present because of someone is misbehaving, someone is doing something they shouldn't be doing, whatever. Ah, you interrupted my backstab. Wow, does he do a lot of damage?
yes, he does. You also do a lot more damage than me right now.
My weapon is +4.
I'm using a basic weapon because I haven't settled on what weapon I'm using yet.
A lot of times, like, so with the fiery furnace, it very well could be Jesus. I don't know. Not enough information.
Yeah.
But there's other instances that I think, no, it's probably not Jesus.
There's just too many of them to definitively say one way or another.
Ow.
And like you said, there's just not enough information.
Yeah. He just shoved me off!
Well, I just died.
No!
I just got shot by a soul spear.
That's why I was trying to run around. I am nerfed. What level are you?
29?
Jeez. I'm level 39.
What have you been doing?
Everything. I'll pick your sign up.
Okay, well, I already used an ember, but that's fine. I'll still put my sign down. So, I guess on to the next topic.
Yes. The next topic, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Or Nintendo don't. What's I know I'm very, very clever. What's your current opinion on Nintendo, the company as a whole? The video games that they're producing, the things that they're doing in the public setting. How do you feel about them? Do you feel that they're doing good, or do you feel they're doing bad?
So, as of right now, Nintendo is kind of starting to go downhill. I'm not fond of what they've been doing as of late.
Can you be more specific? Like, oh, I'm dead. Thank you. Can you be more specific on what you mean? Like, do you mean you don't like the Switch 2? You don't like their Palward lawsuit?
Most of it. The Switch 2, there's lots of controversy around that and how they decided to do things with it. I don't agree that they should be able to completely turn your console off just for buying third-party software. or even hardware at this point that
Yeah,
could
I know
have
there's some
even remotely been
docs.
associated with a modded console. Like, it's getting to the point of ridiculousness.
Yeah.
The games, I don't know of any particular Switch 2 games that I actually hold much interest in.
To the boss room. Sprint.
The Pal World lawsuit is dumb. And I don't know how closely you've been following that, but
I have. Nintendo's going to lose it.
yes,
And it makes my day.
100%. Everybody and their cousin is like, yeah, no, you can't do this.
Ninten-no. Sorry, I already used that one. Yeah, so fortunately, games like Ark, actually, like Ark Survival Evolved, are part of the reason why Nintendo is going to lose that lawsuit, because Nintendo basically tried to patent
Entire game mechanics, which is
capturing
the
monsters,
stupidest thing.
and that you can then use to fight. Which, of course, like, is so vague, there's no way that you could just own that. In the corner. Ah, so close.
One more hit.
But that patent was rejected because it was too big. That happened to be the one.
Well, that'll work.
Alright, I will go... Oh, there's a bonfire right here. Never mind.
No, but like, I haven't been in love with most of their modern games either.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom sold really well. Personally, not my favorite.
I mean, my biggest thing with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is that they are not Zelda games.
They took away a lot of the stuff that made a Zelda game in the first place.
Yeah. Like, you could I've seen the argument that Breath of the Wild has the exact same number of dungeons as Majora's Mask. So it's just as much a Zelda game. It is not just as much a Zelda game. It's not
like,
just the number of dungeons that matter.
The Divine Beasts barely count as dungeons, to be honest.
They were really cool. My sign is down, by the way.
That's not.
Ah, perfect. They were really, really cool. Like, I loved working with the different mechanics of the dungeon, but the tools, like the abilities, or whatever you would like to call them, that you have with the tablet,
Yeah,
are so forgettable that, like, there was puzzles that I had to look up because I forgot that I had the ice spell.
Oh, okay. My take on like the Divine Beast is, the first one, like, just play as soon as you get to your first Divine Beast. It's like, ooh, this is neat. But all the others basically function the exact same way.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is, like, you just use the one mechanic to do everything in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And the dungeon barely qualifies because there's barely any substance to anything.
Yeah.
And the shrines were stupid. I did not like the shrines.
The shrines, like, I understand trying to make mini dungeons, and they were neat to an extent. Like,
souls.
it was. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. It was kind of fun to, like, explore the different ways that I could solve puzzles, because, like, the thing about puzzles is, like, they can almost always be solved multiple different ways. Like, one in particular that comes to mind right now is the one that has, like, the ball that you have to roll through the path.
Oh, that was tedious.
Yeah, you know what I did?
What did you do?
I flipped it upside down.
That's
that I used
what
the
I
bottom.
ended up having to do with... So, here's the other thing, is I did not play it on the Switch.
Yes,
I
that's
played
right.
the Wii U version because they released at the same time, and I did not have money to buy an entire new console.
Yeah, and Breath of the Wild was not worth buying a new console over.
No, no. So it wasn't terrible, but there's just a lot I would change about it. Like I said, the Divine Beasts and Shrines were not a good replacement for actual Zelda dungeons. I did not care for the open world aspect of it.
I would say that I enjoyed the open world of Breath of the Wild more than I do Skyrim. But I don't entirely love Skyrim either. That might be controversial. Oh my gosh, you're about to get a ton of hate. How could you not like Skyrim? Skyrim is best game ever!
Now keep in mind, we both played Skyrim our fair share.
Yeah, no, like the thing is it's not like I don't like the games. Like I did enjoy the games, but they are not what they say they are.
Yeah, like I beat both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
And I had
I
a
didn't.
decent time with it, but overall they're fairly forgettable. Oh, the other biggest issue I had, especially with Breath of the Wild, actually I prefer Tears of the Kingdom over Breath of the Wild, because Tears of the Kingdom made an effort to make it feel more like a traditional Zelda game. Because it brought back dungeons. They weren't great, but they were better than the Divine Beasts. Another big complaint I had with Breath of the Wild was the bosses were all the exact same thing.
They were. And that was something too. The way that I fought them was like the laziest way possible. So before the DLC for Breath of the Wild had dropped, the Golden Lynels, I think they're called Savage Lynels,
Something like
were available at the base game. And I farmed a bunch of their bows. And then with those bows, which shot, I believe, 5 arrows,
that. Yeah.
I would just shoot the bosses with bomb arrows. Nice. So, like, I'd get up close and I'd shoot it with 5 bomb arrows and it would do, like, a quarter of his health.
I think a good way to summarize it is they're both way too easy. You know?
Yeah.
Like, there was an overabundance of everything. I never needed to worry about healing. The weapon durability was fine. It was just kind of dumb. Cause like I didn't even bother getting all the slots opened for carrying capacity because I didn't need it.
I didn't realize that it was even a thing for quite a long time. I thought the Korok seeds were just a worthless collectible.
So
And I found out no.
technically, they are still just a worthless collectible, but to each their own, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people go through the effort of getting every single Korok seed. And you want to know what they get for it? By the way, there are 999 of them. The final reward for collecting every single Korok seed in the game is just a golden pile of poop.
See, I feel like when there's a collectible like that in a RPG like that, the best thing that you can do is add a boss fight. Add a boss fight or a unique piece of equipment, something that's going to completely change the, like, you want to do it because of the reward.
Right.
When the reward is nothing, why would I even bother? No.
But I did prefer Tears of the Kingdom. I had more fun with it. Um, just because I enjoyed doing things in a more nonsensical way.
Yeah, because, well, Tears of the Kingdom had all the vehicle building, right?
Yes. I didn't actually use the vehicle building all that much, personally. I mostly just walked everywhere still, because I was too lazy to actually put effort into building things.
I feel like an easy comparison is Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts to Tears of the Kingdom because of the vehicle building. But Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts did it very differently.
Hey! Sorry, quick side tangent. I got my weapon I was looking for.
Oh?
The Great Machete.
Oh!
I got it to drop. It's the guys with the cages drop it.
Yeah, I didn't even try to farm it. They're the same. They're the same enemy as the previous one.
Okay.
The earlier one.
I'm not sure if they had a different loot table or not.
Not sure. But, while it's an easy comparison, like, with Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, while the vehicles were kind of necessary in order to get around the very large environments, they're... like, each mission, each challenge that you could do to, like, get a Jiggy would have a different way that you would need the vehicle. And some would have overlap, but a lot of times I found myself building a different vehicle for every single challenge. And I actually started, like, as I was, like, 100%ing it, like, I started to really enjoy just making, like, bizarre or unnecessary vehicles. I mean, I had my fair share of sloppy ones where I would take a vehicle that had partially designed purpose already, and then I would just add whatever I needed to in order to make it work for what I needed for that specific mission. So, like, at one point, I made a school bus because I needed to transport, um, several people. But then the next mission that I used it for, I also needed to go in the air. So instead of redesigning like a helicopter school bus, I just deleted the top and put propellers on it.
That'll work.
It did. And it was goofy, but it was really fun to actually build the individual vehicles for each challenge or each mission. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked about that. I don't know if I shared my opinion. I guess I kind of did through the conversation, but I am not a fan of what Nintendo is doing either. With their lawsuit with Palworld is a big one for me, but I don't like the digital software, where you kind of glossed on it a little bit, where you don't actually own the game.
Yeah, I don't.
You own the
I
rights
was.
to use the game in that one specific instance.
It was very. It was a very dumb choice, and I don't understand why it was made.
The reasoning is because they're fighting against emulation, because they see emulation as someone stealing their money. But I don't care.
They charge an arm and a leg for anything.
Yep.
And it's like, you really expect people to buy your stuff if they can't actually afford it, and they don't even
Why would I buy
own it?
something I can't own?
Like, it's just, I don't know what they're thinking.
I think they're thinking we can make lots of money. And I know a lot of other businesses have been doing things similar to that, like game companies have been doing things similar to that. Not to the magnitude that Nintendo was.
No, like,
who it was, if it was Activision or Ubisoft was doing that as well, which was not a popular decision. Their stock tanked, and then I think Microsoft bought them. But yeah, I don't like the things that Nintendo is doing. And if they're going to keep doing those things, I'm just going to keep playing my old games and I'm not going to buy any new ones. I appreciate the Switch 2 as a console. Awesome thing. Like, excellent console design. I love that they have.
I disagree. Because the
Why?
Switch 2 is quite literally what the Switch should have been.
Yes, but
That
the
it's a
reasoning.
lousy excuse of an upgraded console. It's the same thing, just with slightly better hardware.
Yes. Um, but the thing I think that was biggest was that it wasn't cheap enough because Nintendo is still the only company that actually makes money when they sell their consoles. Most of the other, well, all of the other console developers, with the exception of Steam, because I don't know their statistics, but with Sony and with Microsoft, they lose money every time they sell a console. But they know they can make more money by selling the software, like selling the games themselves. And so while they're losing money selling the console, they're making money in the long run. Nintendo makes money on both selling the console and then also selling the games, which they've been making a lot of money. Um, so I understand why it took them so long to get to this point. I'm at the cleansing chapel, by the way.
I just got there.
Um, I understand that it took them a long time to get to that point, but I think that it's a good move to have a more powerful console because then you're not because like a lot of developers couldn't correctly port their games to the Switch because of the power deficit. It doesn't mean
Yes.
there's no good games on the Switch. It just means the more resource intensive ones aren't on the Switch. Because like Monster Hunter World couldn't be on the Switch because it was too complicated, and then Monster Hunter Rise, when it came out, was a massive step backwards for the franchise as a whole.
Yeah. I had another point I was going to make, but I forget what it was now.
I wasn't blocking. Here, you want to go first? I'll follow you.
I don't think there's
Serpentine.
anything in the graveyard I really need.
No.
Um,
But then pertaining to the Palworld lawsuit, I don't think that Nintendo has any right to try to sue a game company for creating a gameplay cycle that's similar to Pokemon. I understand that it is trying to be Pokemon, but like, did Scott Cawthon go after every single game that imitated Five Nights at Freddy's? Because like Five Nights at Freddy's was big, like really, really big, and there
yeah,
was so many games that made the exact same product, but they were like a different design. So like Five Nights at Flumpty's was like a goofy kind of version of it that was still serious and still hard, but it wasn't the same thing. But it was the same thing, right?
right. And the stupid part is, do you want to know how many Zelda clones there are?
Dark Souls is a Zelda clone. Like, I think the reason why we enjoy Dark Souls so much is because of how much like Zelda it is.
That's
Because
entirely possible.
like Zelda, I think probably created the lock-on mechanic. I don't know if there was even any 3D games before Zelda really, but like Ocarina of Time, 3D Zelda. Um,
No,
but it's
I
always
think that
been there.
was, if I remember right, I think I've looked it up or heard about it before, but I think Ocarina of Time was one of the very first, if not the very first game to have a lock-on mechanic.
Very important shield here.
um,
But that completely changed the field for what. Oh, wait, sorry, I thought you went down here. For do you want to go down there?
I don't think I need anything down there, to be honest.
I don't either. Um, it completely changed the game field for what 3D games would look like, and Dark Souls is really, really similar to Zelda. Like it is Zelda.
It's just the more aggressive cousin of Zelda.
Well, it's the mature version of Zelda. Like if Twilight Princess had an older brother.
Pretty much.
Fine, I wasn't gonna heal anyway. Gotta hurt me to make me heal.
Ooh, I almost just killed myself. You know, I wonder if you could actually jump down into that room.
I'm not sure. Probably. Oh. Guy is just taking a nap. Out of all of the Zeldas that I have played, which is almost all of the 3Ds, I've played all of them except for Tears of the Kingdom and Wind Waker. I haven't finished Skyward Sword. I have a really hard time playing Skyward Sword because of the more like anime goofy style that it has to it.
I wouldn't
But I
even
really want to.
necessarily call it anime style.
It's not. It's just exaggerated. So now that we're discussing anime, um, anime has a very very exaggerated character to it. So like all of the characters have an exaggerated version of their personalities. They're not just like there's no normal people in anime. I don't like that. I want to see more normal people. I don't want to see extremes. And so that's I think the reason why anime kind of repulses me in most circumstances. But I think that like the characters like Groose, I think his name is. No way! She just smacked me off the edge. I'm so far away. I'll see what I can do about getting to you.
Okay.
But the extreme characters make it really hard for me to look at.
Well,
The graphic
okay.
style doesn't bother me with the cell shaded.
So I think that's a little bit. I don't know, cause with your argument, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just because previous Zelda games are no strangers to having exaggerated characters.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the only one that I can really think of is Tingle, being like an exaggerated character, because he is weird. I don't like Tingle, as per most Americans do not like Tingle.
No.
I remember reading about that the like in Japan, Tingle is seen as like this cute and lovable uncle that never wanted to grow up, and so he didn't. And in America, he's seen as like, I will keep my children far away from this man.
Yeah.
Which is correct. My children will be nowhere near Tingle.
No, but like,
Magic
I can
moves.
think of a few other characters. But I don't. I think the problem is, I'm not 100% sure which games you have and haven't played.
I've played all of them. I haven't completed Skyrim. Nope, not Skyrim. Skyward Sword. But I have played Skyward Sword a little bit, and then Wind Waker I haven't played at all. Other than that, I've played all of the 3D Zelda games. Oh, and Tears of the Kingdom, sorry. But I mean, I did play Breath of the Wild, so.
Um, what about the DS games?
I played Spirit Tracks, didn't love it. I played Phantom Hourglass, did love it. And then, wasn't there another one?
No, there were. Well, okay, there was one on the 3DS that was Link Between Worlds.
I played that one, absolutely loved it. Not
That
3D, but I still loved it.
that
One was
one is
awesome.
one of my personal favorite 2D Zelda games.
Mine would be between that and Minish Cap.
I have not finished Minish Cap yet, but I
Oh
do.
my God,
I
you gotta
have been
finish Minish Cap.
playing it.
Incredible.
It's really good.
It's
But
so
like,
good.
Linebeck is a equally exaggerated character.
I also didn't like him.
That's
I thought
interesting
he
because
was
I enjoyed Lineback. I thought he was a fun character.
I thought he was weird. And like, why would I want to be around this guy? Like, I understand he's a pirate captain. I don't really like him though. Give me
I thought
Tetra.
he was amusing. But I guess that just comes
But
down to a matter of taste.
yeah, like the thing is that the characters that are all exaggerated, aside from maybe like one or two of them, are all my least favorite characters.
And not every character in Skyward Sword is like super exaggerated.
I know. I think part of it is the graphics. While I do like self shaded, I think that
It's a
it's
hybrid.
harder to look at.
So the thing with which version are you playing, by the way?
The Switch version.
Okay, so from what I understand, a lot of people like the Switch version's graphics better than the Wii's. It's probably just a
Oh,
cleaner look for it. Um, but the reason the Skyward Sword art style is so different is it's kind of a blend between Wind Waker's cel-shaded graphics and the more realistic tones of Twilight Princess.
Twilight. Yeah.
And that's probably why you're having a hard time with it, is because it's not really one or the other.
And like, I want more Twilight Princess, not because of the graphics being so much better, but I feel like the dungeon design was better. Aside from the Ice Temple, that Ice Dungeon is stupid.
Actually, that's a lot of people's favorite dungeon in Twilight
What?
Princess is the Snow Peak Ruins.
Apparently, I either have excellent taste or terrible taste.
You got interesting taste. I'm trying to remember where the shortcut is to. I think I gotta go up an elevator.
I thought that the ice dungeon was dumb just because of like how most of the dungeon is me like, oh, I go this way. Nope, not that way. Sorry, I forgot. Let's go this way. Nope, sorry, I forgot that one too. And like that's the whole dungeon is me just going to place, opening chest. Nope, not it. Going to place, opening chest. Nope, not it. But one of these will be it.
Honestly, Twilight Princess is weird because it is the Zelda game I have replayed the most out of every Zelda game. But at the same time, the dungeons are mildly forgettable for me.
I don't think that I think that Ocarina's dungeon design was probably better.
Because like I remember all the Ocarina of Time dungeons.
Yeah. But then again, they were the first 3D ones, so like
It
I'm sure
probably
they worked
also
the
helps.
hardest.
Yeah, it probably also helps. That's the first game I played in the Zelda franchise was Ocarina of Time on the 3DS.
The Zelda franchise as a whole?
Yes,
That's crazy.
that was my very first experience with a Zelda game. Was playing Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. While that may sound crazy, you got to remember. I've told you this multiple times, but I
know.
I did not grow up playing Nintendo. I did not know what the heck Nintendo was until 2011. When
So
we
you were
got a
Nintendo
Wii.
didn't. That joke keeps coming back. I'm sorry. Getting worse every time.
It is getting worse every time. uh, so I don't. Yeah, I didn't really have any exposure to Zelda games as a whole.
Yeah, growing up, I was fortunate enough to, like, by the time I was born, we were emulating Super Nintendo games and NES games and N64 games. But we also had an NES and N64, so I was playing both of those from a very young age. I had my own Game Boy. I can remember, like,
My
4
sign
years
is
old.
down at the cleansing chapel.
I'll get it.
But no, I grew up playing the original Lego Star Wars and Lego Star Wars 2 and Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original version, not the new stuff.
Yes, I also had an Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah,
So
I grew
I
up
did
on
also.
PlayStation 2, so I played that genre. A lot of Spyro. Actually, you want to know something funny? Even though I played on PlayStation, I actually grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Because we had a Sega Genesis collection for the PlayStation.
I did not play many PlayStation games. Even now, I actually own a PlayStation 4. I have played very little.
So I
Um,
honestly have not really touched PlayStation since the PlayStation 2. The biggest issue
Ow.
we had with going to any of the newer PlayStations was they changed the disc format, so you could not play any of the
You couldn't use
PlayStation
the
2
old ones.
games on the
It was a
PlayStation
smart
3.
decision. It really was a smart decision to switch that way, though, because they switched to Blu-rays, which not Nintendo, Microsoft took a risk not switching to Blu-rays when they made the Xbox 360. I think it was.
Yeah.
Because while the discs were more affordable, Blu-ray is better, and so you could fit a lot more game on a Blu-ray than you could on a regular disc, a regular CD
Right.
or DVD or whatever.
Well, the biggest issue was the PlayStation 2 was backwards compatible with the first PlayStation.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people were thinking that was going to continue with the PlayStation 3.
Which I think that was kind of, I mean, between that and the Xbox and Xbox 360, I think those are the only ones that were backwards compatible at the time.
I think
And then the
technically the
Wii, but the
PlayStation
Wii
4
is
is
later.
backwards compatible with 3.
It should be. I would say that 5 is, except that it doesn't have a disk drive.
So technically one version of it does. And one version
I know there
does
is a
not.
version that does. I just see the non-disk drive version.
That's because all the other versions are sold out all the time. A lot of people really really wanted a PlayStation 5, and I don't really understand the hype over it.
I mean, it's powerful, but that's about it.
Yeah, like the other big thing was PlayStation kind of killed its exclusivity with the PlayStation 3 and 4. Like there was not much in the way of console exclusives anymore that anyone actually cared about. At least as far as I know.
I think Microsoft has the same problem actually. Keep getting invaded. Gonna go open this door. Microsoft, with this most recent like series of purchases, they seem to be trying more to get more like personally owned games, whatever it's called, first party games. That's what it's called. But then they don't. Oh, he's right behind us. They don't. Then they went and said that like everyone is going to get my games.
Yeah, like I know the new Halo remakes
Yeah.
are going to be on PlayStation.
I think their reasoning is that they don't really want to sell the console.
Well, that and with their financial decisions, they've upped the price of everything to a ridiculous extent. To where I've heard that
Ugh.
a lot of people are canceling their
Oh, I did too.
Game Pass subscriptions because it got too
Yeah.
expensive.
Do you want to just wait out his lightning things? He can only carry like 5 of them, I think, or 10.
Yeah, we can.
I'll let him kill you. Can you heal, please?
I have one.
You have 1 Estus left?
I'm out now, so
Oh. You're also fat rolling.
I noticed.
I have so much health.
So, but that's our thoughts on the current gaming world, I guess. It's just
I'll put my sign down.
okay.
Yeah, that was a Nintendo conversation that went all the way around. In short, Nintendo bad, but Microsoft also bad. PlayStation also bad.
Basically, just switch to PC.
We'll see how Steam's console does. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that they're releasing one.
It was well timed that Microsoft announced theirs, and then like a week later, Steam announced theirs.
Yeah, there's probably a reason for that.
Well, I mean, Steam has a massive market share. Because, like, I know Epic Games tried,
So Epic
but they really
Games
haven't.
is like the
I know they're still
second.
going.
They're the secondary thing.
Yeah.
There, if Steam doesn't have it, you can check Epic Games. But for the most part, Steam kind of has the entire PC market.
Yeah. Most of the games that Steam doesn't have, I just don't want.
There are some, like, we
League of
use
Legends.
good old games to get a lot of older PC games that Steam does not carry.
I just pirate them. Don't pirate, kids. Don't pirate.
Do as we say, not as we do.
No, I mean, most of so like, I mean, when I'm talking old games, I'm talking really old games that are like on a floppy disk. Most of them are just available to play on the internet. Like you just search up like play Castle of the Winds, for instance, which is one of the old games that I play that I love. Search up Castle of the Winds, play for free online or whatever, and you could just play it online. I don't even know if that counts as piracy for a game that's like 30 years old.
I think there's like
It might be older than that.
I feel like there's like some age that it stops being like considered pirating.
36 years old. Oh my gosh. I'm old. I like Castle of the Winds. Wow, does that make me feel old though? I've been playing that for that long.
Well, not that long.
No, not that long. I'm not that old, but I've been playing it for a long time. I can't believe that video games are that old. Like video games to that caliber are that old.
Oh yeah, like I still play
Ow.
quite a few games my dad grew up playing.
And I guess
And
it
a lot
technically
of
doesn't
them,
count.
a lot of them actually still hold up,
Yes.
which is the crazy part.
Because when games like that were built back in the day, they were built to last. because like you couldn't just download an update. Like, oops, I made a mistake and I forgot something. Everything had to be set so that when you release the game, like sure you could release an updated version of it. So like some like old cartridges, like Ocarina of Time has a 1.1 version and a 1.2, I think, where
Yeah.
they changed a couple of things.
One of which was the Fire Temple music.
Yes. Kirk, my boy. Kirk! No! I need to get out of here. I'm going to die. I'm dead. I could put my sign up there. Like, I could put it in the doorway.
Ow.
Did you win?
That stupid cathedral knight is beating me up. He decided to join Kirk for the pain session.
My sign is in the doorway before the staircase,
Ow.
going towards the shortcut door,
Ah!
which I would recommend trying to get so we don't have to walk around again.
Run! Flee! I'm getting beat up.
But something too to point out, like I said, I pirate them and then like I play them online, but we do still own the floppy disks.
Oh yeah, like I still have a collection of PC games on disc still.
Like it's not
I
it's not
actually
technically pirating.
even the biggest thing is I don't have the space for it, but if I could make the space, I have a Windows XP computer that I can hook up.
Oh my gosh, Kirk just killed me.
It's okay. I'm gonna rest at the chapel.
So what just happened was there was a thrall up here too. I put up my shield, Kirk whacked my shield, then the thrall whacked my shield, then Kirk whacked my shield again, staggered me, and then Kirk killed me with a stagger riposte.
Yeah.
Alright, so my sign's going to be at the bonfire. So while I do say I'm pirating games, I'm not actually legally pirating games. I do own those games. I can't believe the Castle of the Winds is that old.
It will not let me rest at the bonfire. Oh, it's because Kirk is... Ah!
Kirk,
Speaking of Kirk.
he came to see you.
Yes. Okay, I killed Kirk.
Yay!
I don't remember Kirk being that strong.
Well, so we didn't talk about it, but normally what happens is we go the Abyss Watchers route, and then we forget about this area, and then we go through Irithyll, and we can't.
Yes.
We're like, why can't we go through here? Where's the doll? Oh, there's the doll, and then we go back and fight it. But we're like so far ahead, level-wise, because like we went and we did the demon ruins and all that already.
Very true. What is this elevator for again?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think there's a ring up here, maybe. Sweet justice.
Well, our topic, I've completely lost track of what we were actually supposed to be talking about. But...
Is Nintendo good or Nintendo not good?
Yeah. Well, we already covered that.
Yeah, that was what the topic was.
Do we want to go through the roof?
No.
No? You don't want to go through the rafters? Okay, we'll go back.
There's not really a reason for us to.
I suppose not.
Thank you for waiting.
You're way up. Uh, let's see what other topics we can get going.
I believe we only have a few minutes left.
Did we? I don't know.
Matter of fact, we actually might be at an hour now.
Keep me safe while I check.
No.
Yeah, we're about at an hour, so we'll call it there. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you did leave a like for us, it'd be appreciated. Make sure you go check out Sam's channel over at Ninja Spaghetti. Got all kinds of stuff over there. I'm on there occasionally. If you want to see the rest of my nonsense, nonsense. I can't talk. Make sure you guys subscribe. And you got anything else you want to say?
Ninten-no.
Oh my gosh. With that, we'll just catch you guys next time.
Ninten. Bro.